I think the real win here already is the fact that we've got Swole Patrol on an awesome international stage. They've already got a bit of a win in their back pocket here this weekend. And when you have nothing to lose, maybe they give us something to talk about too, right? Let's get some clips. Kick it off with a pistol. And they've got themselves some trade frags as they do work their way down towards the B-bomb site. Elige fades away. Nitro's still sitting on A, waiting for that last terrorist to come out through the door. It is Marky in the lobby. Ooh. And Swag gets another one onto Twists. Elige, Jonathan, 1 versus 3. Caught out in no man's land is Swag. Tapped down to 38 HP. Cooper's here too, and now Elige will know it. Can't do anything about the plant. So how's he play this? He redirects himself to the observation window. The buzzing and whirring, the only sounds we'll hear for now. Swole Patrol playing safely in the back of the bomb site. Now they know that Elige is outwards, and he's not going to find any duels. So Launders,
GG.
They've won a round.
That's great. The Swole Patrol move on to the next stage of the tournament. As we wrap it up here, our job is done. I don't know, man. We're talking down Swole Patrol a lot, but
yeah.
You know, we should just watch what they have to do. I'm sure they're not here thinking, "Oh, we're going to lose."
No, they're not.
They're just they're going to try their hardest. They already beat some really, really good teams on their way up through the qualifier. Teams that have beat Liquid in the past, you know, and did it in best of 3. So I think at the very least, it would be a shock if they won a map even, but it wouldn't be a shock if one of the games was close.
Right.
They're playing at their maximum potential.
More than capable of picking up rounds.
They had all the creatine. And they were just welling up power.
Freak, turn around. Nitro gets the best of him there. Swag, sure enough, catches Elige, but it's Zelsis to clear over the top of those boxes. Still, it comes at a cost. 3 of their lives gone now. Swole Patrol still have control of all the guns outside. 5-7 at that distance, with Twists on the flank, somehow works out. Launders, this doesn't look good.
It looks bad, actually. Oh, they got this Canadian flag and Twist logo. Oh my goodness, gotta love Liquid's branding.
Yeah, they know how to play the game.
They're pandering a bit, and I can't lie. Got rosy cheeks.
There's still a chance for Zelsis, despite having 18 health. His opponents don't have all that much more. But he forgot the bomb.
That's an important part of the round in an objective-based game where if you don't plant and the round runs out, then the CTs win.
Zelsis is going to have to make his move quickly.
They're both like one-hittable. That's
what I'm saying. Is it's not a stretch of the imagination that Zelsis just connects a couple shots, but time is playing against him. He's got to get going. Twist knows the bomb is still there.
Oh, what's the play here? Twist is going to listen to him. He's going for the roof. Yeah, no time to get in there, but definitely wanted to die. So at least Twist will grant him that as his final wish. And Swole Patrol get torn apart on the second round. Pretty good pistol, but they lose their footing on the anti-eco. It felt like just a little bit of a gap in awareness on some of those engagements. Freakazoid falling and then not turning in time to catch Nitro. It's kind of unfortunate. Maybe just a little bit rattled coming into the match. Want to shake it off a bit.
This is definitely the biggest stage that a lot of these players have ever been on. I say a lot, I mean majority, right? Cooper, Marky, Swag. And Celsius too. Yeah, it's only Freak with the experience. That's what he brings to this team. The experience, the composure, and I would say the confidence, right? He's meant to build it up in them.
Wait, do you know who Swag is?
Yeah. What?
Big stages?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Were they really that big, Mohan?
Yeah.
$300,000 lands? Has he ever been to a $300,000 land?
A major? Well, not a $300,000 land, but
well, there you go.
It's more prestigious than.
I thought it was all about money, Launders.
Well, listen, maybe I'm just causing some misdirection with my name. Never thought about that.
I'm on to you. And Swole Patrol still not onto the pistol, gun round, excuse me. Whoops.
quite yet. Blocks outside, not a good combo. A lot of damage dealt. Should be an easy cleanup.
Most certainly will be. Naf, swift headshots. He's got himself 3 kills. Now they're gonna. Ooh, hello. Where's that come from? Doesn't matter. All that matters is Taco comes from behind. So this is Liquid very much just kind of running a rapid pace. They'll do this on T sides when they play against teams that they don't necessarily respect or don't think that they have to be fearful of. And I think that this would be one of those teams.
Yeah, there's we've talked about NRG before and just how they're going to be hard to beat for lower level teams, but they're not going to be quite as aggressive as Liquid. And I heard that like in scrims, like Liquid are just like on another level of aggression. I actually remember it was like Ghost back when they were still torqued playing at the CS Summit, talking about playing Liquid in scrims and how they're the only team that really gave him a lot of trouble back then. And we're just playing crazy, like pushing things, like being very disrespectful. I feel like saying no respect makes more sense than disrespect. Disrespect is like, oh, they're basically just like messing around. No, they just are so confident and they know what to do when they are moving at a high pace.
Celsius removed from the outer yard. That's going to push the entirety of Swole Patrol into ramp. Taco ready to deal with the issue, and Nitro gets a collateral on the scout. Come on. Give him a chance, Lunders.
Yikes. Just swag. Good player to have last alive, but not 1v5. Most of the time, at least.
Yeah, he's got 20 health per engagement. That's all he can afford. And we just hyped up the aggression of Liquid, but they're not sleeping on Braxton.
I want to know what sensitivity he's on right now. He changes settings a lot.
Don't talk about that. It's a sensitive subject.
Yes, it is a very sensitivity subject.
He shall hide and reside in the depths of the T-spawn. And to nobody's surprise, Liquid will sit back and relax. This was, of course, the AKs. Model. That's weird, eh?
What's up?
That's weird, the way the player model's on its knees.
Yeah. It's kind of spooky.
It's kind of gruesome, yeah.
Yeah, like, it feels like he's been, you know, he just got frozen.
Yeah, like someone put him out of his misery.
It's like he got hit by like an ice age, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Just frozen there.
Just waiting to be defrosted.
Have you ever seen the? Have you ever seen those bodies that have been covered up in ash from the Pompeii explosion?
Oh yeah,
where
those
it's like
are so cool.
People just
terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You can see their last moments.
That's messed up.
It's so messed up. Isn't that messed up?
Very messy. Very sloppy.
That's what happens when you get collateraled by Nitro.
Yeah, with a scout, not even the op. They've actually been given a lot of footing here. Nafly letting them walk out her yard because he hopes that they attempt to split into mini. Elige on the secret stairs could have just spotted 3 separate players there. They already had an inkling as to what was going on, I'm sure. Then they pick up all the pieces.
Pretty somber setting already. It's Liquid get away with a lot of these kills easily, and they just fall back into other positions. Taco's waiting here on the lower ramp. Natural rotate once you spot players coming down the ramp. And here they are. They're going to come into his crosshairs, but he's a little bit farther off the angle, so he's offered up the first shot and can make it 2. Marky is eliminated, and the round is won by Liquid. That's it. Just a mental reset here. Just give it another go. Got the buy up now. And we'll see. What's Swole Patrol's kind of first real attempt here at a rifle round? What are they going to try to do? Is it going to be something fast? Or is it going to be something that has to do with an outside take? They've been doing that with pistols quite often. Nitro throwing this smoke is just so that he can cross outside, playing from the red container, or not use it at all and make them delay. This is a pretty nice angle for CTs. It can be expected as a T, and it can be naded as well, so you always expect to take, 30 to 40 damage from this spot, even if you don't have anyone to fight you. But you're relatively safe from Silo. point. As you can see, they're super aware of the fact that Nitro might be trying to push up.
Flash blinds, a couple sets of eyes. Nitro still resides behind the red box. Waits long enough to catch a bit of damage onto Cooper. Good spray up there towards Freak. And again, he knows there's a player back here, so it's still flawless for Liquid until finally one of them falls. Swag comes in from above. Ooh.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. If Elige, they might, you know, maybe Liquid want to pick this up as a home map if Elige is going to continue to main the AUG. Because outside, it's literally just as good as an op.
Yeah, ridiculously good. I actually, I hadn't thought about the point that yesterday there was a little discussion on the desk, and Thorin raised a point that I had never considered before.
About
you know, one of the downsides of buying into the AUG and SG is that if your teammates aren't used to using the weapon, and say that's the only gun that they can happen to get their hands on, right? Say it's like a half buy, and that's what they end up retrieving.
Yeah, like required learning.
You're kind of putting them at a disadvantage.
I guess so.
But I don't think it's the end of the world. I'll still buy it myself. And I'd still love to see it seen in competitive play, but something to chew on as we get through the anti-eco, which has already gone incredibly well. 4 dead, Marky left over. Takes a Molotov to the face, runs forward, and then he falls. 7-1 for Liquid.
Nice and easy, looking good. And yeah, just thinking about all the ways that can be terrifying. Even at ramp, that's a place on CT side where people have put an auto sniper. Sometimes you have your op outside, which is a little bit more rare these days just because the standard big garage play is not as easy to get kills from with an op. But with the AUG, you got so much movement. You saw Elige could easily pick off Swag, who was, you know, masterfully trying to head bob around on the silo. Still had no problem. And he had so many opportunities to shoot as the other thing, and as opposed to the op, which is just like one bullet, huge cycle, another shot, and then you could potentially just die to chip damage. But Elige can be very mobile the whole time and doesn't even ever have the scope.
Bank smoke blocks off Mini. Still the problem is over here behind the blue box. It's Elige floating back and forth. Freak looks to drop down on him, but it's been heard. First frag is found. Marky trades back onto Naf, who did try to push himself through Squeaky Door. Sets up Taco to succeed, and for what I believe is the first time, we've got Swole Patrol working a man advantage in a gun round.
Yeah, not too bad. They've created some ruckus outside. But Twist is still, oh, both of them are still upper actually, and it looks like they want to crunch this. Might not be safe. Time's going to tick down a little bit. They've got to recover the bomb. They don't know if there's a flank out. But there's really no reason for Liquid to move from these spots. They're close to the vent. They can hold upstairs. It's not that easy for them to rotate down. Oh, Taco's actually already made his way out here. So Twist has quite a bit of information.
It's going to come down to timing a lot of this. Just as they round corners, they find themselves in the A site alone.
What does Taco actually think is happening here? They somehow got bad information that it's lower? What? How could that be? There's even the new bomb sound, so they know that it's not lower. That's really awkward. Are they going for the retake? All right, guys, we're going for the retake here. Hopefully they can find the T's, get the bomb down diffused on lower. What happened? How did that happen?
I don't know what I just watched.
How did that happen?
I don't understand.
There was no noise or anything. There was
no noise. Like you said, the bomb literally makes a different sound.
But like Taco clears out lower. How did he That's so confusing. Because we've seen that happen, like,
I don't understand.
You know, when there's a ton of confusion and a lot of grenades and stuff like that, and so then you're confused, and it's not your fault. But there, they just they went off. I don't know. They
when there's pressure on both bomb sites, even.
Yeah,
right? But
exactly.
There was never at any point Swole Patrol down towards that portion of the map. So, whoops.
That's a little weird.
We'll write that one off.
I guess they just thought that, like, Taco went down the vent, and then he thought that they got down there before he got down the vent way earlier in the round, and then just sat there and waited to plant, I suppose.
I'm sure they're left scratching their heads, but obviously at least 2 of their heads managed to move forward into this round. So they save a little bit of cash when really they don't need to. I mean, look at the money still on Taco, 15 grand. 11K for Twists. This would just be a perfect instance of a reset, assuming Swole Patrol go down. Alish is in the spawn.
Yeah, that's a strong position. And you usually see like a worse gun here. Does Freak spot him? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Gets his claw cleaned.
Flash goes up and high. Now fly. Has his teammate die, but then trades it back. So 4 versus 2. And I'd have to say, Liquid, they're giving more and more space to Swole Patrol outside, right? At first it was giving up the boxes, giving up like to the mini cusp. Now this round we have them give up all the way towards that heaven wrap. So I feel like Liquid just more than happy to set up traps and spring them once Swole walk in.
Yeah, there's just a multitude of passive setups that they can go back to, no matter how far they let them go. And like if Alish is covering heaven from all the way in spawn, well, that's pretty much the only thing that NET is going to be trying to get to quietly from outside. So they can't lurk around and get into hell that way. Here they've actually gotten a kill that opens up the A site. Marky's in a pretty powerful position, but the Molotov, oh my goodness, and the grenade. Well, one of those 2 missed, but we're now in the after plant.
Smoke's going to go down on the hut door. That's going to effectively section Marky off. Swag to be pinched by 2 directions, seeing as Nafly's in the heaven, and Alish will be joining them from outdoors. All the while, Nitro comes in through Squeaky. So they've completely circumvented hut. Bombs ticked about halfway up. And now the kills start to come in. Swag revealed from the corner, and Alish grabs both bodies. That's a defuse for Liquid, an 8th round on the board, and as we said, Swole Patrol facing a reset, but they still have money to rely on.
Yeah, they at least have some money to fall back on. That was really harsh. The AUG, even just up close, just doing so much damage, just causing problems. It's going to be a nightmare for them in this half. You can already kind of see why, but there was a small chance there, and I like that Swole are not just like throwing their bodies upstairs. They're actually trying to pull off one of the harder rounds, and that's going for like a big default where they take outside control and seek out some of these frags, but it's not working out really well for Freak. He's been getting picked off by Alish. It's hard to blame him. Again, like a much better weapon that can be almost anywhere. And here, they're going right back to it. So let's see, they run it back, let's see what happens. Alish has actually picked up an AK this time. Which honestly, after watching the beginning portion of this half, it looks like a downgrade to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's so consistently been picking up these scope guns, but maybe knowing that he's playing a closer position, may have to rotate down secret stairs as opposed to sitting, inside of his damn spawn. What kind of guy does that? A smart one. Ready to strike, dealing half of the damage to both Marky and Zelsis. It is a burst down lower, so they sure enough have gotten a little bit of footing here. Freakazoid with a very crucial entry too. Takes a man advantage and creates a little bit of space, but the rotations are already inside of the site. That's Taco behind the boxes.
Interesting now. It's a normal adjustment to get lower control, get a kill there, and decide to rotate back up. They've got Zelsis to work on Heaven. This is a precarious spot. Doesn't know that it's clear, but finds out. And Twist now is in a compromisable position, but he knows that once outside is taken, he has a roof over his head if he takes over Hut. So gives himself a good chance to stay alive. Don't know if he'll get caught off guard here. Zelsis is definitely working on this frag, and he takes a dink for it. Oh, it was actually, no, he doesn't. He only loses just like 4 HP from a wall bang. But that leaves just 2 of Liquid's players on the perimeter.
One coming back from secret stairs, the other outside of lobby. Are they calling it quits, Launders?
I think so. This is going to be a hard one to do. They got the op that they need to save, or...
Yeah, they're just going to go for the exits. You'd think at least the exits, because, I mean, money's not a problem for Liquid. Not at all. So, just try to soften up the Swole Patrol. There's one frag at the least. Freak, hot on the heels of Nitro, knows where he's gotten off to. Ooh, Swag gets him from the roof.
Oh, okay, that makes... Oh my goodness, okay, Taco, good night. I think we came into this match expecting like a really fiery start from Swole Patrol.
Yeah.
And they've been very calculated.
I was going to say, yeah, I was expecting a much quicker pace, and whether it wasn't set from Swole Patrol, I thought maybe Liquid would be taking much more initiatives,
yeah,
you know, just kind of punishing. But just in terms of the pacing of the game, yes, it is slower than my expectations.
Maybe you know, if Liquid had a T side to start out with, they could, you know, push it more. But at this point, Swole Patrol might be earning their respect a little bit. A couple of pretty decent rounds that they've worked really slowly, and it seems like they're going back to what works again. I really like to see the defaults.
I mean, look, no matter what, Swole Patrol win or lose, if they have any chance of winning, you know they're going to have to grind it out. It's not as though they're ever going to stomp Liquid.
No,
so I like the fact that they're taking the most of every single opportunity they have. Play slow, you know?
Yeah.
You've got plenty of time in a round. No reason to lose it in the first 30.
It must be awkward to just eat a bunch of pre-workout and then play a round out so slowly.
Yeah.
But their concentration is at a maximum.
Lost a body in the form of Freak, who has been pretty consistently just trying to offer himself in order to make up space for the rest of his teammates. And I like that about Freakazoid. He's a different type of support player in my mind. Supports you with his presence. But presence doesn't mean immortality, so easy pickup. And what should be an easy round now that it's a 5v3. 35 seconds left up. Bomb still just working its way outdoors. And there are scopes lying in wait.
Down in numbers, getting picked apart by the op, and with this new imposing force in Big Garage, it doesn't seem like they have the answers.
Oh, but they do have the info. They know Twists is up on top, taking him down, and Marky with another entry. But Bomb, they need that bomb, and it's going to have to sprint its way back inwards. No time and no teammate. Cooper going to try to call it quits with an op on his back.
Almost a nasty 2v5 with a few entries coming in back to back.
I mean, the thing is if he had the bomb the first time they worked forward, he could have trade fragged on the bomb site and cut that down into the 1v1. But they left it behind. And so no surprise that Liquid win the round.
Joke Steve smiling in the back. Don't know where Zeus is.
Got lost like Kane.
Lost in the hotel lobby. Okay, so what happens here? Big Garage as oh, where's Nitro? He is he pushed up outside? Oh, he's coming in now. But they've got Nafly in the garage. He's in lower. So they've got outside locked down, and this is the problem for Swole Patrol. They keep testing this, but Liquid strengthened.
Yeah, Liquid have been very consistent in this outer presence, whether it be here by the boxes and mini, whether it be further back in spawn at times. They're just always in these corners, and there's so many spots for Swole Patrol to try and clear. They've consistently attempted to, and at times succeeded. But it always seems like it costs them at least 2 frags. Playing off the back foot is never where you want to be, especially when your opponent is a Titan.
I really want to see someone bite on this. Swag being ultra careful. Cooper coming out with another round opening frag. Twist. Back of the site's got 3 targets, and Marky once again kills him.
Numbers even. Bomb plants theirs. This is Swole Patrol working a 3 versus 5, and now they have gotten themselves a man advantage. Nitro at some point is going to have to burst out the vent if he wants to even make anything happen. And I have to say, Swole, they've impressed me at times here. This is back-to-back rounds where, sure, they're at a disadvantage. But the thing of taking their time launders is they're kind of just sniffing out where Liquid are off to.
Yeah.
You know, they're not letting a 3v5 kind of affect them. And then you'll see some teams, once they've lost a couple bodies, just try to burst, right? Try to play that kind of like desperate aggression. And no, not Swole Patrol. Cool, calm, and collected as they add another round to their collection. It's 9-4 at the very least.
Yeah, they're walking right into this crossfire between Nafly and whoever is playing mini that round, and it seems like the spots are getting moved around quite a bit. But even though Nafly gets that first kill, they still manage to get into mini, and then they crack open the bomb site almost every time. It's funny seeing, you know, Marky just best twist in the back of the site.
Yeah.
It's twist against multi-frags, you know, all the time, easily. That's like kind of exactly where he wants to be, just alone in a site, waiting for people to come up to him, and they're still able to get those kills. Their aim is remarkable. Swole Patrol have some really strong fraggers on their team.
That's good. Right? It's going to take some sort of ridiculous performance if you're going to best Liquid. It's a good sign of things to come. Absolutely making the most of this T side. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised how slow they are taking it. You know, I expected this to be pretty one-dimensional. Swole Patrol just trying to kind of, you know, punch their way through.
Yeah. I think it's everyone's given Jocks a bad name, you know? These are very cerebral Jocks that we've got in the server right now.
Making their people proud. This is one of the very few rounds where I feel like Swole Patrol don't have a big amount of numbers outside. They've gone to ramp a couple of times, but haven't really seen the A split between Hut and Squeaky Door. This time, that's exactly what's coming forward. Into the scope of Nitro, Freak goes, but it's trade frag successful. Elige, however, disrupts it all. Flies through the smoke, drops the bomb out into the open. Swag to try and clutch a 1v3, and he's got the time to do it. Not too much pressure just yet, but both the CTs off of Heaven immediately run in. And he's just blown away. Yeah,
at least they get the plant there for a little bit of money, and they work out of Hut. This is a little bit different to what we've seen from Swole Patrol so far, where a lot of their rounds have just gone down outside, kind of late lurks into the site. I think Joker Steve is just, I think, literally just joking with them. He's not calling strats, Connor.
What's his name?
Joker Steve.
Joker Steve.
Yeah, once he beat me in matchmaking. I said hi to him. He didn't say hi back, and then he beat me in matchmaking.
Cold-shouldered.
Yeah.
Do you still lose sleep about it?
No, I still want to be his friend.
Oh, okay. He's just too cool for you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Welcome to my life.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do to be friends with Joker Steve.
Oh!
Okay.
Swag with a swift scout headshot.
He's got a scope too.
Nitro just sees the gun fly.
Yeah, that's when everyone starts sweating. Oh no, they're gonna know what it's like to have an AUG. Let's see what Cooper can do with an AUG. I'm ready for this. Oh yeah, he's on. He's tasted it. He's not going back. All right, nope. That's all you need. You have one of those rounds, you're like, this gun is the truth.
He's got his first hit. Fully addicted now.
Yeah, he's an AUG addict.
It's going to make the counter-terrorists a little uncomfortable here. They're changing up positions. And again, Swole Patrol nice and slow. Twists inside of the hut, can't manage even a single frag, so it's a 5 versus 2 advantage as they come charging into the A-bomb site. Taco cleans up a couple. Nitro hits the dirt. Figuratively and literally. 10-5 the half. Swole Patrol, they took their time. They remained composed. It did not look good straight out the gate, but I think they've done enough on the offense to, you know, justify the first 15.
I really enjoyed that half. It was just so, like, different.
Yeah.
I really thought it was going to be rushes every round.
It's really not what I expected. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. And this is just a ridiculous series of entries almost every single time. Like, just seeing Twist die that often, it's just so crazy.
You know, normally I cheer for Twist, but...
no, I still am. And you know what? He's on the Swole Patrol, too. I was in the hotel gym at 7:30 this morning, and Twist came in there, rolled out a yoga mat, and started doing crunches.
Now crunching the competition. So double the score here for Liquid over Swole. But now that they've swapped over the defense, they'll puff their chests and try to hold on. Because I don't think Liquid are going to play as collected and calm.
That looks so ridiculous. It's just little T's just hopping up and down. It's the straight up charge down into B. Once they get down here, they smother the sound, smooth it out.
Always scary when you're giving up this much map control. But hey, do we have a rotate?
No.
No, that's not good.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, that means they didn't actually know that this was happening.
Guys, I think there might be someone downstairs.
That's, yeah.
It's the entire Liquid roster on the bomb site. So 5v5 retake. No kit for Swole Patrol. They will have a smoke on Zelsis. Cooper tagged up first. Nitro gonna try and disrupt the ramp play. He's put out the damage, but not enough to pick up a kill. Now it falls into the 4 versus 3, and it's equalized by Elige. The remainder of Swole Patrol all coming down off of ramp. They're very wary of their flank, but in fact, it's just the terrorists down here, ready to lock down the bomb, and they most certainly will. 3 swift kills once Swole walk forward.
Yeah, the bomb's already so low that even if they get all of those 3 kills, it's just so close. I don't even know if they'll be able to pull off a defuse. So it seems like, you can let terrorists down lower. That's normal. But at a certain point, you got to be ready. You have 2 on ramp ready for the retake, or you're just spotting the cross into sight, or you want to lock down the stairs or something. You got to have some resistance. I think it showed that they not only let outside go, but then they also, once they went outside, they didn't even hear that they were there. So much bigger problem. You know who else is Swole? Elige is Swole.
Yep.
Elige is built like a toy soldier.
That's a good analogy.
I think so.
Not that child soldiers are...
A toy soldier.
Oh.
That's a much worse joke. Why would you call me out for saying that? That's terrible, Connor. A toy soldier.
Thank you for clarifying. I was going to go
like
with it, but...
G.I. Joe, Connor.
All right. I can get behind that one. Poor Freak, last man up. Dropped already. So, like we said, Liquid, they're looking to exert themselves, but it's going to be Swole Patrol to try and cool their jets. Call a pause before the buy comes in.
Call the pause, like, all right, where are our team jerseys? Let's take these shirts off.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. Freak was fragging out when he didn't have a shirt on.
Mind you,
just saying.
It's probably, to be fair, they were playing from inside a hotel room. No cameras on them. Then the photographer shows up out of nowhere, and, Freak has no shirt nearby.
Right.
So he was caught.
He's like, can I take photos? Where is that photo? There's like an admin who's like leaning on his chair.
Yeah, yeah.
Where is that photo? Is it on Twitter or something?
Yeah, they posted the album link with the one picture.
Okay.
So I went to check it out because at first I thought it was photoshopped, and then you see one of our beloved female admins just kind of leaning on his chair.
Yeah.
Her eyes had glossed over.
Yeah.
But alas, we find ourselves into the gun rounds. Swole Patrol may not have many of these chances, so let's hope that they start it off quick.
How good is that angle? If someone comes and clears that, are you really hiding? Is that like when you hide from your dog by standing behind the door? But it's like any human would find you.
Got the utility, the wall of smokes up. And Cooper, ready, but he misses his chance. That's a glass cannon as well, so he really doesn't want to stick around. I mean, a couple of frag grenades would blow him apart. But it's the flashbangs first, and Liquid have gotten themselves into the big garage. Now they're going to continue past. Zelsis figured out. Good heads-up play there by Nitro. But they don't anticipate that. 2 players walk into the crosshair of Freakazoid, and he sweeps them away.
Yeah, super well done. Now, they do have hell control, and there's nobody in heaven. I don't know if anybody's watching their flank in heaven. The numbers are high, but there's not 5, so this might be left unnoticed. It doesn't seem like Taco is going to try to do anything with it, however. Oh, now he's slowly making his way up. Kind of taking the safe route. Twist! Oh my goodness, I was wondering how he was missing that. Takes a spotted damage, and Taco joins him in frags, and they do what Swole Patrol did to them on upper.
Yeah, I'm kind of left wondering how Taco got over there so free. I think ramp was completely open, in fact.
Yeah, it just walked through, huh?
Yeah, there was nobody there for Swole Patrol.
That is the hard part about rotations on CT side, where if someone makes an appearance at ramp, you immediately fall down the ramp. But then what do you do if your heaven guy dies? Your ramp guy can no longer come up, and no one can come and pick up turnpike. So then you have heaven wide open. Then you have an upper guy that has to watch the heaven flank, but then you have to have someone in mini to watch squeaky and outside. And then what? You don't have secret.
I mean, I'm lost, and I'm not even in the server.
The rotations are really annoying on CT side, especially when you lose a guy. If it's the wrong guy and your setup is like contingent on each of the players covering something for the other one.
And I think that's why it takes such a talented team to really be like a great nuke team. You know, it's very complex, not an easy map, very unique in ways, and difficult in many other ways, like all of the ones you just listed.
Yeah. I think the key, and someone who talks a lot about this actually, Sean Garris, and I wish he'd even make more content, but it's a lot about rotations with many maps.
Marquis Mag 7 in position, drops down, and a rapid round here from Liquid. I mean, they just explode into the A-bomb site. They bully Liquid, or Swole Patrol rather.
You know, it's interesting. We never saw a tempo change from Swole Patrol.
Nope.
At all.
Not at all.
Never through that, just
that
once every 6 rounds, rush upstairs, put it all on the table. So maybe they just weren't comfortable with it. Maybe they've had bad experiences in the past. Maybe it just wasn't part of the game plan today.
Yeah, maybe they are aware of the fact that if you're just going for those sorts of explosive plays, they just believe Liquid have them covered. You know, you're not going to catch Liquid off guard. Because I think, again, if anything catches Liquid off guard, it was the pace they actually played. That's what caught me off guard. You know, I came into this match thinking that I knew exactly what I was going to watch, and boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, for sure.
The score ultimately leaning towards what some would have expected. You know, a few rounds here and there for Swole Patrol, but definitely not in the style of which I thought they'd come.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure they expected at some point Liquid to throw out some kind of fast upper play, but they were not good enough to hold. And
it wasn't the round to hold either. Just a shotgun, very few grenades.
It's true. That's a good point. Good opportunity there to bust out of the small choke points when a team is low on counter grenades.
But Swole Patrol not out of this fight just yet. Not as well equipped for the fight either.
Yeah. So here's the anti-eco setup. They've got 4 outside, and then they have the 1 player, Taco, who is just keeping vision on anybody who wants to push through into lobby because it's so common to crunch lobby with pistols.
Leech clears Celsius first off the corner of blue. If there's any consolation here for Swole Patrol, it's that Freak has found a kill through Mini. But as we move forward, it's going to be Liquid picking up all the pieces. Nafly's got himself in Garage, and he just clears the board. That's 3 kills for Naf, and a 15th round for Liquid, folks, so 10 map points. Swole Patrol, however, will have themselves quite the blossoming buy. They had so much cash at the beginning of this.
What do you think they're going to buy?
Double ops.
Double ops.
Yep.
Cooper and Swag? Yeah. Cooper and Swag.
Poopity whoop.
Swag's poopity scoop. Swag's always been kind of an opper. He always likes to op, secondary op. He's super good with it, very intelligent play.
Smoke out in the middle could telegraph Zelsa's position.
Let's see.
He's just hiding. I hope for his sake he has a sniper over the shoulder, and I think he does with Cooper back over there towards Garage.
You kind of know, though, that you... Oh. Does his head get spotted? No, not quite.
But it won't take much.
Yeah. See how careful Elijah is about this angle. Not very? Oh, not very.
Oh.
Oh,
you get one chance. You gotta be cautious. Now the second sniper also fruitful. Swag has managed himself one. So good call by Swole Patrol here to save up the money and get themselves double ops. It's working out quite nicely. In fact, it may be flawless. Cooper's come over. It's the double sniper on ramp. He's going to eat a frag to the feet. Cooper, a taste of defeat. But what's the next move? Liquid have 35 seconds to make it. Even in a 2 versus 4 situation, you know that Liquid are more than capable of winning this round. They've planted the bomb. They've dropped Freakazoid out of the equation. There's an additional kill. So all of a sudden, this is now favored for Liquid. They just have to hold on, and they most certainly will, so it seems. Taco and Zelsis in the 21st round, above and below. But Zelsis seems to know. Taco in the corner gets the final kill. Insult to injury to pull that one out of nowhere. 2 versus 4 situation, maybe 5. And a